Hey guys, I realize that you cannot see me well or at all. It's currently 5:11 in the morning, and I'm already on the road headed to class. While I ended yesterday's vlog, I forgot to start today's vlog. I'm a bit shitty as a vlogger the past few days. Today's vlog is going to have a lot more to it, a lot more meat to it. There's gonna be a conversation topic that I actually know what I want it to be, and tease you, it's gonna be about reviewing. I'm gonna discuss review philosophy today. I know some of you guys out there are album reviewers / content reviewers, so I'm gonna discuss my reviewing philosophy and kind of open the doors for you guys to discuss yours. And I'm gonna be using a couple of examples that I've done in the past to kind of paint a picture for you on my opinions of a thing that I do with stuff. I still got a couple more hours on the road, and the conversation's not going to happen until after class today, because obviously I'm going to be getting my donuts in not even an hour, and the sun's not even up. And I think you'd like to see me or something during the conversation. That way it's not 10 minutes of blackness with my face occasionally coming up on a screen. So I'm gonna wait to do that. I just wanted to introduce you to day 29 of Vlogtober. So I'm out of class. Headed home now. I won't save you, I won't spare you anymore. When I get home, I'm gonna be working on shit, but I'm gonna get into it. Let's kick the theme song. Kick it, me, and then post. Conversation definitely rhymes with the sailboat vibration. Doesn't really rhyme with the gambling Gundam. But that's okay, cause it's a conversation. It's a conversation in my car. So, today's conversation topic is in regards to reviewing, as I stated in the earlier clip, which was the only other clip I think I've done so far. I don't even remember what I vlogged today. But it's in the vein of discussing reviewing, the art of reviewing. And before I get into that, even, like, it's part of the conversation topic, but I'm going to tell you guys a story. I had a class last quarter called Advanced Critical Listening. And in the class, we did audio drills of pink noise and music to kind of train our ears better so that we can listen more critically. It's something that made us more aware of frequencies and all that sort of stuff and how they affect the music. And the final project for that class was to essentially write 2 reviews comparing and just discussing these 2 renditions of Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto No. 2 that we listened to in class. And while describing the assignment, my professor said the one thing I hoped he wouldn't. He wanted us to score them. If you know my reviewing philosophy, you know, or if you know part of my reviewing philosophy or how I handle my reviews on YouTube, I don't score things. And I'll get into why that really is in a minute, but I don't score things on here. And I kind of, gave a deep sigh, and I asked him, I was like, why do we have to score these? Why must we score these? And he said, it's because you have to, it's part of the assignment. And I asked him, why is it though? Like, why score? Why do we have to score? And he didn't really answer me. He just asked me, why is it important to me, or why do I care? And I told him, I said, I feel like scoring things detracts from the art of reviewing. And I do believe that. I believe that scoring something detracts from the art of reviewing, and why that is because it gives your review a poster that spoils your review for the readers. I was looking at reviews today of records and Pitchfork does it. Every review site I can think of does it. They have the score first, and then the review. That does not make me want to read the review. I'm sorry. I feel like you're telling me the ending of a movie before I see it, I don't like the art of scoring because, the act of scoring, because it bases something that can be as complex or as simple as an opinion down to a number. And I don't like that, you know? And I don't hate reviewers who do score. Like, I still read Pitchfork, I read Metal Sucks, or other review sites, Consequence of Sound, and I watch people like The Needle Drop and Polyphonic Press. I love those guys, and I don't think that they're wrong for scoring their reviews, but I heavily disagree with them. And I know I'm not the only reviewer who doesn't score things. Dead End Hip Hop doesn't score their reviews. Austin doesn't score his reviews anymore, and I like that. You know, I like to not score things. You know, I do score things on Rate Your Music. I do have a Rate Your Music page, and there's scores on pretty much every record I've reviewed, and then some. But in a lot of those instances, the scores do not match my opinions on the record, and that's because my scoring on there is almost purely enjoyment. It may not be the encompassing everything I do in a review, because if you read my reviews that I did of the Tchaikovsky concertos, which is linked below if you want to read my paper. It's like 3 or 4 pages long, and I review essentially what I liked and disliked about them, both sonically and personally, or both sonically and interpretation-wise. And I give scores on the end. If you want to know, I scored one of them a 6 out of 10, and one of them an 8 out of 10. And on Rate Your Music, I score things too, but it's more of an enjoyment factor, not more of a technical or how it was made type of thing, and how I think of it, how it was made. I just purely judge the music, and I feel like if I were to write reviews, or, you know, the way I do reviews on here, I wouldn't score them for that reason, because I don't do that. Like, I don't typically score. I don't want to base my opinion on that sort of thing, you know? Yeah, that's why I don't score. And there are some things I have problems with certain scoring systems. I hate the way Pitchfork does their scoring. You know, I fucking hate it. I hate 10 decimal systems, or 10-point system, or 10-point decimal systems. Like, I don't like... What makes a 7.5 different from a 7.4 or 7.6? What really is that finite difference between that? I hate that. I absolutely hate that. That's why I don't like Metacritic. I'm not a big Metacritic person. I feel like that's too finite of a reason. And I feel like that's something that should please someone like me. It's something that can really make my opinion that more finite as a number. But what's the difference between, you know, a 5.7 or a 57 as opposed to a 60? You know, I like 0.5 systems like 5.5 or 5. Like, that's fine, because that's essentially condensing a 10-point scale down to a 5-point scale. But I hate trying to condense a 100-point scale down to a 10-point scale. It's too finite. You know, I hate that. I absolutely hate that. But I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that review on YouTube and that, you know, come to me and see my opinion on reviews. So I wanted to kind of talk to you about my reviewing philosophy when it comes to records or anything. You know, I don't want to score something because I feel like it would detract too much from my reviews, you know? I want it to be more about what I have to say as opposed to what I would rate it, essentially. But yeah, that's it. That's my review. That's my opinion on rating. As for lists, it's a different story. I love lists. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully... Or I'd love to know your opinions on reviewing. I know some of you review music and watch me, who also reviews music. So I'd love to know why you rate something or don't, what your philosophy behind it is. Am I just being an asshole? I'd like to know. Yeah, that's the conversation. That's what I have to say. When I get home, I'm going to do a lot of stuff. So I'm home. I'm actually going to delay I'm going to make the show tomorrow because I want to be able to have as many people come in as possible. So since I'm home all day tomorrow, I'm instead going to take the time and, what the hell is that? I'm going to instead make it earlier so that way more people from around the world can join me in celebration of 4 years of making videos. So tonight instead I'm going to record more Star Wars, because I didn't really do much in my session. And then, yeah. We'll take it from there. I'm on stop and pause and break from Castlevania for a little bit. I'm gonna be redoing the way I do carry, so Castlevania will be ending in November. So what I may do is, because if you don't know, January is gonna be the month of is gonna be the birth of the starting of the overdone LPs out of the ones I've announced. So what I may do is make Castlevania the first overdone LP game. But essentially how I'm going to do it is, and you guys will see the voting video probably before this one because I still need to edit a bunch of vlogs, but essentially I'm gonna research more games that are overdone and put up 4 of different Nintendo franchises. Put up 4 games for you guys to vote on, and whatever wins gets to be played in the beginning of November or December to kind of lead into the overdone LPs tier. I know that kind of detracts from the people choosing games, but that's what I wanted to do with the overdone LPs, or that's what I wanted to do with tiers that I have specifically designed. Like if I'm starting to do a lot of sequels, I'm going to suggest, or I'm going to leave all of the sequels that I've ever done open. So even if I'm doing 2 Mega Man games, like if, because I don't intend on doing Mega Man X2 or 7, but those are up for voting, so if you guys want to see me do Mega Man 7 and X2, I'll do them at the same time. I'll do 2 Mega Man games at the same time. It's what you guys chose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look into what Nintendo games have an LP the most, what games have other Nintendo franchises that aren't Metroid, Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon. So I'm going to look into Fire Emblem, I'm going to look into Earthbound, the Mother series, which of the Mother games has been done the most, and it's probably Earthbound, which I've never played before. Which of the Star Fox games, even though I've done 1, or I've done 64 and 2, so it's probably the first one. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that, since Castlevania is going to be ending in November, ideally. I'm going to be doing a lot more recording of this, because it's going to be heavily edited. I'm going to be editing, let me set you on this. Essentially, Castlevania is going to be heavily edited, and with Carrie's story. So Carrie's story is going to be edited down to show you what is new, and then what I didn't do with Reinhardt, so the different ending and stuff. And that's essentially what's going to happen with the rest of Castlevania. So I'm going to make the voting video in a few minutes, and after I do some research, and then I'll probably continue recording Castlevania more. It'll kind of be like how my Beetle Adventure Racing LP ended, with me heavily editing around the game and all that sort of stuff. Because the game is the same, just with new stuff for Carrie. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. DuckTales! Woo!
Oh, great nuts.
I'm eating dinner.
Your elevator.
I already ate my garlic bread.
Hi. Listen,
So I neglected to end yesterday's vlog again. It's currently noon the next day. I just woke up an hour ago. So I'm going to end yesterday's vlog. Carversation topic of the day was philosophy and reviewing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys are excited for tomorrow's vlog. Which, again, you're getting all of these at once. So you can just watch them in succession with each other. But either way, I've been Viralrak. You guys are good at yourselves in situations. And I'll see you in a few seconds.